Welcome, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our advanced trainings. I'm Petra. If you don't know me, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. I can't believe it's flown completely. And this year I'm not alone. I have a team. So I'm actually enjoying that to actually brainstorm with people and create trainings for you. So we have beautiful Christy that does the rest of the trainings per month. I would love to know how you're enjoying her trainings. I really love that we are so different in how we are presenting the knowledge. And I really love the different angles because then you can get all different perspectives that I'm all a fan of, yeah, because we coexist in this beautiful world with so many different perspectives. And when we learn from each other, we can actually become that whole self. And that's what I really, really want you to achieve is to come back to yourself, to understand yourself, not just understand through your brain, but understand through your intuition and through your emotions and through your feelings and through your sensations through the body and the frequency you feel within your body as well. I might rename myself so people don't call me Healy Advanced Trainings. So let me just do that. So we have that one as well. Okay. So tonight we have a new training. So we have essential oil module and we are going to look at it in depth. So first of all, you're welcome. I'm always looking for feedback, and I want to know with trainings what you want to hear, what you want to learn. Because otherwise, if I don't get the feedback, then I can just talk till the cows come home, like I did for 2 years, which it's kind of running out. So I'm kind of talking to myself. So yeah, love your feedback. Would love your feedback. So if you have any suggestions, please let us know, so my team can actually prepare this for you. So tonight we are looking at essential oils as a physical compound as well as the frequency. So we are looking at both sides, and why would you choose frequency if you have the thing, right? The real thing. So, and why would you choose the real thing if you have the frequency, right? So we're going to look at all of that. I'm going to give you a mini protocol. I'm going to give you additional resources so you can dive deeper if you want to, because unfortunately we only have an hour, so I can't really, create it in an hour. I'm really trying to actually master those skills, but unfortunately I'm not there yet, so be patient with me. I can stop time eventually somewhere in the future, but for now we have this time limit kind of that, I'm not happy with either. So for me, energy is like, oh, time's low, so there's no time. But enough about me. So I want to know, first of all, are you excited about this new essential oil module? I really want to know. Pop in the chat. What do you think about it? What do you love about it? What are you excited about it? Because I really want to know what you're looking forward to learn, what you're looking forward to explore. It's our beautiful membership subscription. It's actually the cheapest membership subscription that Healy actually got out of. Seriously, like in Australia, it's like $7. Like that's like not even coffee. Like maybe you get a coffee for that in Australia. Yeah, the prices are going up. So yeah, it's really cheap and it's something that I really love. So for those of you who don't know what I've done before, I've actually did trainings for essential oils. So essential oils have been a part of my life for a long time. I grew up with essential oils, like since I was a little girl. I grew up in Europe, and in Europe, the first point of defense was natural remedies. So my father and my mother taught me how to pick flowers and plants and dry them and do teas and tinctures and creams. And, we had essential oils when, in winter things got, messy, especially with kids. So even my mom messaged me the other day and she said, oh, I was sick. And I was like, what do you mean you were sick? Oh, you didn't message me that you were sick. Oh, I'm fine now. My partner is rubbing my laurel leaf cream that I did, so it's working, it's helping. So she's still using all of these natural remedies. So these are part of us, a part of us as human beings, and they're so similar to our structure, our molecule structure. And that's why our body can actually absorb them, utilize them. Because when we're going to look at what essential oils really are, you're going to see that they have this beautiful power of penetrating through our cells. No, my speaking language is English. Okay, so sorry, Zoom is coming up with all this stuff. So we utilize plants in different forms, yeah, and that doesn't mean that one form is better than the other. Yeah, everything has its purpose. So it's really important to understand that. Okay, I want to see before we go into sharing, what are you really, 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 really excited about? Oh, how it can be used? Yeah, that's perfectly. We're going to look at that today. Curious about the frequency support, the real ones, and vice versa. Romania, wow, welcome. I have Romanian friends. Beautiful. Can't wait to hear and learn about it. I'm interested in how I can promote these programs to my prospects. These programs, of course, we can look at the business aspects as well, because Healy has an advantage in the essential oil market currently. And this is because we have the quantum sensor. And it's something that is crucially different from how essential oils have been utilized and used for centuries. So this is now moving into this futuristic world where we can combine the new with old. Yeah, and old doesn't mean bad, it just means tradition with the future. Yeah. Excited to start using yesterday. Perfect. Amazing. Essential oil specialist. Amazing. So definitely very happy with this. Oh, I love that. You can, when you go through it, we're not going to cover all the oils anyway. So if you have anything to add, please add that into a chat. And of course, in the group, in Facebook group, if you are in a Facebook group, in my Facebook group, you can always add your knowledge in there. I always love that, because supporting each other is what I'm all about in community. Oh, if you are new to this training, I'm just going to pop in all the recordings and questions, and additional resources are in the Facebook group. You can also find recordings on the YouTube channel from APAC, Healy APAC, but it also goes out through emails at the end of the month. Okay, eager to learn how essential oils can be used as frequency therapy. Beautiful. They're already being used as frequency therapy, but this is just a different approach. I desire to heal my skin, coming up with something that is lingering for a few months now. I'm toasted brown compared to my regular skin. Okay, so any skin conditions or anything that's coming up on the skin, changes on the skin, as always, in the past when we covered the skin, the detoxification, the inner organs, is connected to either to your kidneys first, and then your liver. So kidneys are always connected to your skin. So if your toxins are not being processed through the body, kidneys are what actually eliminate the salts and makes your blood alkaline. And then actually, if the toxins are not released properly, they go into the lymph. And if the lymph is overloaded, probably the gut is overloaded, and then the liver gets overloaded. So then the toxins are not moving throughout the body as fast as your body would like to. So then you have changes on the skin. So make sure that you check your inner body organs and check the health of your body before you go and just fixating on the skin. Yeah, there's some beautiful oils for skin. I live low tox, so I have all my skincare. I make my own skincare at home, all my cleaning products at home. So I use essential oils and basic ingredients to do that. And I wouldn't go back if I'm honest, because it literally takes me to do soaps and all the cleaning products and the creams for the whole month. Probably about max 20 minutes for the whole house. Like I have 3 bathrooms and I put everything in each bathroom. So I don't have to walk around. So it takes me 20 minutes to do everything. Yeah. So it does not take too much of your time. And it saves so much, not only money, it's not all about the money, but it saves you toxins and health and stress. And I know my products, if I have kids in the house, they can eat them and they'll be fine. Yeah, and nothing will happen to them. So it's really important to understand that essential oils go beyond the basic health properties that they've been used, and they have so many beautiful properties. So let's go and look at that. Okay, sharing, so we can actually start doing things. Okay, tell me if you see my slides so I can actually, perfect, awesome. Cool, so welcome to Essential module. We're going to look at that today. So before we move into anything, as always, a disclaimer. We know that Healy device, unfortunately, with the Western science, it's not, the frequency microcurrent is not really, quantum potential frequencies are not, proven, because we don't literally have devices to prove that in current medicine. But we also need to understand that anything we give you here, it's no advice to you, and make sure that this is only for educational purposes. You need to take responsibility for yourself and for your health. You can't project that to anyone else. Unfortunately, no matter what happens, it's always coming back to us in a quantum field, because everything is a mirror. So make sure that you take care of yourself and have your responsibility, and check with whoever is your either doctor or whoever you trust, for the additional knowledge to actually be the one to help you decide. Yeah. And as always, we know that they're Healy and Healy, they're amazing devices, but they are not intended to treat, cure, mitigate, diagnose, prevent any disease or medical condition. So make sure that you understand that Healy and Healy are here to actually help you create an environment within your body and around your body, in the space that you are, to actually help the body do the work. Yeah, so this is no cure, because there is no cure in life. We have plants that do beautiful things, but we also need to change lifestyle and our perception in order to actually change the reality. So this is the quantum field space, and Healy lives here. Yeah, it's from here. And when we are stepping and using this Healy, we're stepping into that space. We need to change our perspective. We need to change the way we think and feel and approach things. So just letting you know, if you are wanting a different language, we do have Wordly translations active, so you can scan the QR code and actually log into the Wordly app. You literally just choose the language that you want to have the translation of this training, and then you're going to have the translation on your app, and you're going to look at me talking English, so you can actually have two languages at the same time. So we are working on actually helping everyone to be able to access these trainings. Okay, first of all, are you using essential oils in your daily life at all? I want to know, pop in the chat. Yes, no, have no idea what they are. Never heard of them. I don't know. Yes, no. Every day. Perfect. Sometimes not much. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, eucalyptus. Okay, perfect. Not daily, but regularly. Perfect. Love them. 30 years. I love that. Family, friends, pets. Yep. All of that. The whole gist. I agree. Okay, perfect. Amazing. So you already know some of the oils. You already know what properties they have. So let's work together to actually look at how we can expand and actually utilize the frequency as well as the oils together, so you can actually have more benefits. So first of all, what are essential oils? So probably a majority of you know, but let's look at the definition so we can see why we are using them and why it's such an important part of our life. Yeah. So essential oils, in essence, are concentrated hydrophobic liquid extracts. I know this is horrible. Yeah. They're actually derived from various parts of plants and capturing the plant's characteristic fragrance and unique aromatic compounds. So in essence, what they are, the way that I see them, are the immune system of a plant. Yeah. So some plants produce essential oils nonstop to actually attract pollinators, to actually, push away certain insects. but they also actually produce essential oils when the flowers need to actually pollinate each other, or to actually, if they have a disease or something, they produce essential oils in order to protect them. So it's like an immune system. It's a communication system, and they use certain compounds in order to do them. Um, they are really volatile. Yeah, oils, it's not a really proper word because they're really not an oil. Yeah, so they have a property of an oil, so they don't mix with water, but they essentially are alcohols. Yeah, so it's a really interesting thing when we say essential oils, but they're actually not proper oils like carrier oils, like almond or coconut or whatever you want to do it. Yeah, so they're not proper oils. The volatile oils are actually typically obtained through methods like steam distillation, cold pressing, or mechanical extraction. So depending on what are you extracting the oil from, right? And depending on the plant, I always like to say when we look at essential oils, think of a tree. So a lot of my team, when I was educating, previous, I used to have a business in essential oils, and a lot of my team were asking me, because you have like woods and you have flowers and you have, green leaves and all of that, right? So they were asking me, so which ones for which? How can I actually think, what's the best thing? What do I use it for? So I like to think of a tree. So think of roots and trunk. So for example, roots can be like ginger, yeah, or essential oil, or trunk can also be like frankincense with raisin, yeah, or cinnamon, for example, yeah. Think of anything that has a tree, like a tree trunk or roots, is for grounding. So anything that calms you down, brings you back to earth, kind of slows down the nervous system, kind of connects you back to your physical body. Yeah. And then the tree has the branches and it has the leaves and then it has the flowers and it also has the fruits. Yeah. So think of anything above. So when you have leaves and, all of those canopies, there can be like peppermints and eucalyptus and all of that, which is leaves. Um, those are actually for expanding your frequency. Like if you have eucalyptus, is expanding your chest, peppermint is expanding your chest, right? And then you have the flowers are actually those, I like to call them the playful notes. Yeah. So they bring this playfulness and joyfulness into to the mix. So I like flowers. They're a bit calming, but at the same time, they're really positive. And then we have the fruits. The fruits are ripened, right? Is that expression of the full expression of the tree. And it's the uplifting one. They're up there, they're uplifting, they're mature. So a lot of citruses, for example, are uplifting, yeah, and they're also cleansing on a physical level. But this is kind of the gist of how I look at essential oils. So why do we use essential oils? There's a myriad of things how we use them, but these are the basic things that you can, the categories that you can actually put them together. So we have stress reduction and mood improvement, for example, like lavender and orange help to actually, by research, they help reduce anxiety and promote relaxation. So there's one thing with essential oils that a lot of people don't know, is that they actually react based on our chemistry. So for example, a lavender could be calming for one person and actually energizing for another. And the same happens with peppermint. I have a lot of friends that actually lavender, they can't use lavender at night, although it actually helps you sleep, because their chemistry responds to the lavender oil and they have like so much energy. And they actually use the combination of frankincense and peppermint at night because it actually calms them down. So it's a really interesting combination of observing how chemistry works with oils, and the chemistry within the oils in order to actually help us with different moods. They also have amazing, amazing antimicrobial properties and antiviral properties. For example, like tea tree, oregano, thyme, madram, those are all beautiful oils, like hot oils. Also cinnamon clove, for example. Those are all really beautiful antimicrobial, antiviral oils. They're also antifungal, yeah, which is actually amazing for cleaning, anything to do with the detox or balancing the bacteria in the body. And then they have pain relief and anti-inflammatory effects, which are amazing, like frankincense or wintergreen, for example. Those are really beautiful for pain relief or any inflammation. Frankincense is also amazing oil. We call it the king of oils because it has an amazing property that a lot of other oils don't have. And it is a property that we call it actually can pass the brain blood barrier. So meaning that it actually can access the brain. And frankincense, there's a lot of PubMed publications if you want to go do the research. Frankincense actually helps with so many things, and one of the researchers actually shows that it actually helps with cancer and tumors. So it's an amazing oil. I use it regularly in my life. And it is an expensive oil because especially if you have therapeutic oils, just know that not oils are created equally. There is no standards for essential oils, so make sure that you buy therapeutic grades because otherwise they can be mixed with chemicals or different constituents that actually are either alcohols. And as soon as you mix the pure essential oils with anything else, you change the properties, the chemical properties in there, and they influence your body completely differently. Of course, then respiratory support like eucalyptus, peppermint, those are really beautiful oils to clean your sinuses, to clean your head, to clean your chest. Ravinsara are also one of the oils that are really good for the chest congestion. The digestive aid, the digestive oils are beautiful. I have experienced many times a really beautiful combination. I love using oils together with digestive Healy programs if anybody has any issues like bloating or certain indigestion issues after eating something. Ginger or fennel. Those are really beautiful oils for digestion. Sleep improvement, as I said, lavender if it works. Otherwise, frankincense and peppermint work too. Otherwise, whatever actually, sleep is a really specific one with oils. You need to actually find the right combination for you. I love lavender. I also love vetiver because it really works on the nervous system. Skin health. So I do my own skincare at home, and I love helichrysum. I know people tell me, Petra, this is so expensive. You know what? I don't use a lot, and I will never go back because this oil is just amazing. Because it used to be called, I don't know if you know, but helichrysum used to be called liquid stitches because helichrysum has this really, really powerful effect that if you have like a little cut, yeah, not a deep wound, but you can use it around the wounds as well. But if you have a little cut for kids and stuff, you just put helichrysum over, and it literally sticks the skin back together, and it actually closes it. That's why it's called liquid stitches. So helichrysum is one of my favorite oils for skin. I know it's really expensive. I combine lavender and geranium and helichrysum, but to actually make a balance. But for skin care, for example, tea tree is great for cleansing. So if we have like a really oily skin, as well as lemon, lavender, geranium, those are all beautiful skin oils. Frankincense is also a beautiful skin oil. I always say if you're in doubt, use frankincense always, because frankincense has so many different options and you can actually use it for literally anything. Immune system support, my favorite. Yeah, I use oils a lot all the time for immune system. Oregano, there was actually research done. It's actually published in PubMed that actually a quarter of a drop of oregano, pure therapeutic oregano essential oil, kills 99.99% bacteria, and the amoxicillin, which is in antibiotics, yeah, kills only 30%. So oregano is amazing, but I just want to caution you because it is a hot oil, so make sure that you dilute it and use it sparingly. But oregano is amazing. I use oregano a lot, especially when like winter stuff or anything like congestion comes up. Lemon as well. Lemon, I drink my mocktail with lemon essential oil, lemongrass essential oil every day. And it helps to boost immunity. Citrus oils are really good for eliminating toxins and boosting the lymphatic drainage as well. Cognitive function. Some essential oils actually have shown potential in improving brain function and memory, like frankincense. Also, any citrus oils, if you inhale, they activate the memory and the connectivity of the brain cells. Spearmint, yeah, is one of the things for focus and memory as well. So there's a lot of oils, plenty of them. In our database, in the module, we have 101. And you have all the details when the oils come up. So whatever is right for you, it will come up always. As well as aromatherapy. Why would you use? Well, aromatherapy. Who doesn't like to smell oils? I love oils. I have a diffuser at home all the time. So in literally every room. We love the scents, right? Scents are actually connecting us to memories, pleasant or unpleasant. We are also using the essential oils help to cleanse out the space. So we have pathogens in the air, and essential oils actually kill those pathogens by diffusing essential oil into the space. Okay, what are the properties? So we're going to go really fast through this if you have not done the properties or you don't know the essential oils at all. Volatility, so they evaporate really fast. Complex chemical compositions. So a lot of Western medicine medications are made out of plants, yeah? And what they do, they take certain compounds they think they actually support the body the most, and then they actually they expand it and exponentially create a big one and then create a drug out of it, yeah? But with essential oils, it's multiple compounds together, yeah? And those multiple compounds together actually create a synergy in the body. And it's really important to understand that all of them together contribute to the effect that we get from one oil. And this is not something to take lightly. And also essential oils, you need to be really mindful of how you're using them, especially around kids and around pets, because certain pets are actually, certain essential oils can be dangerous for them. Lipophilicity. I always try to figure out how to use that. So what does that mean? They're not water loving. They are actually oil loving. So they don't dilute with water. They actually dilute with oils, like carrier oils, or like alcohols or other organic solvents. So if you want to dilute, so people go, oh, just make a spray, put water and essential oil in it. No. Not going to work. You're going to need to shake it up every single time. It's not going to work. What I actually do is, if I do that, I do distilled water and I actually mix it up with witch hazel, which has a bit of alcohol, and it's actually a beautiful organic solvent, and it mixes up the oils together with anything else that you have, and you don't have to use a lot, and you don't have to shake it. And it's a really amazing trick, and it's beautiful for cleaning products, sprays, and things like that. Even sprays to take with you. If you don't want the alcohol, you can use the non-alcoholic one for the skin as well. That's not a problem as well. Biological activity. So oils have an amazing chemical composition. They have various biological activities, including antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. They are so versatile in usage that it's really hard to pinpoint what certain oils do, just specifically one thing for one issue. They have multiple issues together, and that's why they're so powerful. Synergistic effects, of course, if we combine certain oils together, certain oils have beautiful pairs. But majority of time, normally when we combine the oils, they have this beautiful property that they actually bring the best out of each other. Yeah, so they get better. Yeah, instead of actually being individual, and they like to work with teams. They also have oxidation susceptibility, so make sure that especially citrus oils or oils that are high in limonene, even lavender sometimes, it's really important to close the oils as soon as possible. Don't leave the bottles open if you have them, because they will oxidate and they will change the molecular structure, and you will have a completely different taste of the oil. And not only that, the properties will be lost. So make sure that you use them regularly, and use them up regularly. And aromatic profile, they also have the oxygenated compounds such as alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, and they're primarily responsible for characteristics of aromas and flavors. So that's why they smell so beautiful. That's why you want to smell the orange or the lemon that pulls you in. There was a space in time in the past when I was addicted to basil. Yeah. If you ever smelled basil, you would probably look at me right now like, are you freaking crazy? Yeah. Basil smells horrible. Just letting you know. But I was addicted to basil. Yeah. Addicted. I would literally take my bottle with me and smell it nonstop. And my friends would literally, they would laugh at me and go, why are you smelling that? And like, you're crazy. But because of my adrenals, because basil helps with stress and adrenals, my body was so depleted that I needed to sniff it all the time because it was actually helping my nervous system. So your body will naturally be drawn to the oils that it needs, because our olfactory senses, which are literally at the top of the nose, they're connected to the olfactory, the little box in there. Yeah, I call it box. It's a center, yeah, that actually connects directly to your hypothalamus and your pituitary and pineal, and those are literally the ones sending messages to the body what it needs. So you actually, when smelling the oil, you don't actually have to know the properties of the oil. You will actually know exactly what your body needs just by smelling the oil, because your body knows intuitively what it needs, because there's a compounds in there that are so similar to the body's, our human body's compounds, that your body will automatically be drawn to them. And of course, these are all the not all of them, but majority of the basic properties of the essential oils. Do we get these with frequency? No, we don't. Yeah, so these are the properties with the physical effect. Do we have the potential and the information of all of this in the frequency? Yes, we do. So this is the beauty of combining frequency and essential oils. So before we get there, let's try something else. So I wanted to look at essential oils and frequency, so you understand that when you're using physical oils, you're already also doing the frequency therapy. So essential oils, in essence, have been measured. Some of them, like the newest, the Western science says they haven't been measured because the device was for farming, blah, 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 blah. But in essence, the frequency have been measured, and we have the frequencies of the oils within the Healy as well. And we also need to understand that the oils vary between 52 megahertz up to 320 megahertz. So yes, we have oils that actually go low, and we have oils that go really high. So the highest oil is actually rose oil. It's 320 megahertz. Frankincense around 147, lavender 118, myrrh is 105, peppermint is 78. So why is this important? Why do we want to know that? Because the healthy human body frequency ranges typically, what was reported, of course, we're going up and down depending on the stress and things like that, but between 62 to 72 megahertz. So when we actually ingest, apply essential oils on our body, or inhale them, we also are influencing our energetic field and the frequency of our body by other frequencies of essential oils. So the essential oils, depending on their frequency, have the ability to either lower or raise the frequency of our body. So why is this important? Because under 52 megahertz, so 50 megahertz, we get sick, flu-like symptoms. Anything under 48, we have like, we can be quite sick. And anything under 40, you have cancer. So our frequency of the body is important. We need to keep it high in order for our body to have enough energy. This is like expansion in the cell, right? Is the energy in the cell keeps up the frequency. So what about, then you ask me, Petra, what about, the oils that are actually below our healthy human frequency? Should we be using them? Well, you won't probably be drawn to them if you're healthy and your frequency is over 52. Yeah, my frequency was lower, was around 50 to 52 when my adrenal glands were really depleted. That's why you see Basil, 52. That's why my body was drawn to it, is because to bring it back to balance. And the same happens with eucalyptus. When do you use eucalyptus? When you clean up the space, when you want to open up your chest, means that you're congested. Yeah, so your body is sick, meaning that the frequency dropped, you don't have enough energy. And vetiver, so vetiver is actually an oil to kind of it used to be called a horse tranquilizer. Yeah, because vetiver, only one drop, if you pop it on the bottoms of your feet, on the big toe at the top where the head connection is, your body will literally go into trance, like slowly. Yeah, you will fall into sleep because it works on the nervous system. And if you can't sleep and if you're always agitated, the stress lowers your frequency and depletes it. So you need to ground yourself really well in order for the body to regenerate. So there's specific oils that are lower in frequency for a reason, not to lower your frequency, but to actually, sometimes to actually help you balance in order for regeneration to come in. And it's always good to combine them with higher frequency oils like frankincense, rose, lavender, in order to actually help to balance the frequency in the body, not just to calm them down, but in order to actually lift the frequency and give the body the energy to regenerate. So all of these frequencies, you don't have to know them by heart, yeah? And these are just few, but your body will know what you need, yeah? And if it doesn't, you'll just scan them. I'll show you how. But all of these oils in the frequency you see, they hold and contain information and information pattern. So exactly the information that your body needs in order to regenerate, to heal, to cleanse, to do whatever it needs to do. And that is all in the information pattern of that frequency of the oil. And it's unique frequency for each oil. And the body will know if it resonates, will use what it needs to and eliminate the rest. Not only on a physical level, or on an energetical level as well. And we are talking here because this is frequency therapy already. These oils, they help on an emotional, mental, and physical level. Meaning, remember that for those of you who have looked at the training of the aura that we did last year, so we have the auric field of the emotional, mental, physical level, etheric, and all of that. You have the auric field of different levels. So we are looking at those levels. But what about the rest? What about if the information is actually coming from the rest of the auric field, influencing the physical field? So if we are only addressing the physical, emotional, mental, it will take a long time before we shift it in the rest of the auric field. Here comes Healy, yeah, which is amazing, yeah. So I want to share this study. It was an experiment it made. If you haven't heard it, you can search for it. It was done in year 2000. There was an experiment made involving coffee and frankincense essential oil, and it was measured that effect on human, how essential oils have the effect on human frequency, yeah, the healthy body. So there was a man that actually had its frequency measured, and he drank a cup of coffee, And his frequency was first 66 megahertz, and then as soon as he drank the cup of coffee, the frequency dropped to 52 megahertz just after drinking. Yeah, what we said 52 was on the brink of illness. Yeah, so getting cold, flu and cold symptoms. After inhaling pure therapeutic grade essential oil frankincense, his frequency returned to 66 megahertz in just 21 seconds. So we need to understand how frequency of essential oils are actually influencing our body. Why is it that it had such a huge effect? Because essential oils can penetrate your cells. They can influence so many different systems in your body and send messages in order for the body to regenerate faster. That's why they are so important. And this study has shown how powerful they really are. Okay, mental health and emotional health with essential oils. I wanted to bring this out because we know that physical essential oils can influence mental and emotional health, but we want to know how. Why is this important? Because when you're going to scan and analyze the essential oil database, you will understand certain oils can influence that part of the body as well, because we have the frequency and then you can use the oils as well. So how do essential oils actually influence our emotional and mental health? They do that through different states or different influences in the body. So olfactory system interaction is the first one, so smell. Yeah. So when we inhale essential oils, the molecules actually travel, as I said, through the nose. They activate the limbic system, which is also called the emotional brain. Yeah, go directly into our right side of the brain. And this system is actually responsible for regulating emotions, memory, and behavior. So that thing that you smell something and feels familiar, you get a sense that you're kind of drawn to something. So that comes from that part of the brain. Then we have neurotransmitters modulation with essential oils. So some essential oils are actually capable to interact with neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. Why is that important? Because serotonin and dopamine are our happy hormones, are the ones that actually lower and help to reduce anxiety and help us feel joyful and happy. And for example, they also regulate, our moods throughout the day. So that means also hormones, because hormones are the messengers, which are neurotransmitters. So ylang ylang, for example, it stimulates the pituitary gland to release endorphins and elevate mood. If you ever smelled ylang ylang, to me it smells playful and joyful. Like it really feels joyful because of all that feelings that you get, because it releases endorphins, which are happy hormones. Stress reduction. So reducing stress with essential oils is literally really simple. Yeah, lavender, chamomile, they work and they've worked for ages. Yeah. They have calming effects on the body. They have calming effects on the skin. They help to alleviate stress and anxiety by lowering cortisol levels. So one of the oils that actually lowers cortisol levels really fast is also bergamot. Yeah, so bergamot actually showed 72% reduction after smelling, 72% reduction of cortisol in saliva after smelling it. So bergamot is actually one of the strongest cortisol lowering oils, but it is really highly photosensitive, so you can't wear it on the skin if you're going out and are facing sun, because you're going to get burned. Yeah. So, but these are all oils. Lavender has shown, I think it's 72% of people that actually were smelling lavender at night were literally reporting much better sleep. So, and more calm relaxation. So a lot of those research is out there. Yeah, you can look at it. Autonomic nervous system regulation. Yeah. So for example, essential oils also stimulate parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest system, which we want if we are too stressed. Yeah, so those oils are really important, like frankincense, because it works on your pituitary. Lavender, chamomile, yeah, those are all ones that are working on the nervous system. There's plenty of others. I'm just giving you your basics. And memory association, as I said before, right? Certain emotions are elicited by aromas. Remember the mum or grandmom's cooking? Remember the smells? You can still bring them back. So that lives in your right brain. And by smells, we actually create memories and we connect them to the aromas. So essential oils can be really beautiful in creating positive moods and aromas, but they can also be helpful if you want to target specific trauma that's really suppressed in the body. You can actually bring smells that you don't like and you can activate those emotions to come up and then hold the space. Of course, don't do this nonstop because it's stressful on the body, but you can use them as a tool in order to bring those emotions up, in order to transmute them. So there's also another thing that you can do. And I've done this before. Okay, here are some most popular oils for you. And then their properties. So lavender, peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, frankincense, and lemon. Lemon then reduces stress and promotes anxiety, promotes relaxation, better sleep, has anti-inflammatory properties, aids in wound healing and skin conditions like acne and eczema. Peppermint boosts energy, increases concentration, aids in digestion, reducing bloating, nausea, provides pain relief, special for headaches. So frankincense is, of course, the most beautiful anti-inflammatory oil. Tea tree is great for cleaning. It's antimicrobial. Lemon is beautiful for drinking, cleansing. Of course, it needs to be therapeutic. And you need to actually, before you ingest any oil, you need to actually know that that is an option as a dietary supplement. These are basics. But as this month, and we're closing this month, is a month of topic of abundance, yeah? I wanted to give you, and of course I'm going to give you the slides, no stress. I wanted to give you essential oils for abundance. So these are oils that I actually use regularly. I can show you, this is my office, but these are my oils. Here you go. I have them in a beautiful thingy. And I have oils here based on my chakras. So as you see, I've actually connected all of these oils directly to your chakras. Why do you think I've done that? Any ideas in the comments? Why do you think I gave you the chakras next to the oils for abundance? What can you do with this information? To balance the chakras, yes. What can you do with this information? How can you combine it with Healy? Because you're also it stimulates the chakras, yeah. Yay, with an aura analysis, agrees, yay. So I love combinations. So when you actually want to activate abundance, you can scan the oils in the database and you can vibrate that with a specific intention. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to show you what to do and how to do it. Then you can utilize all these essential oils. If you have whatever you have, if you don't have them, that's okay, because I know some of them are a bit more expensive. But if you do have them, yeah, therapeutic ones, you can create a roller out of it. Or you can actually activate each chakra per day, or work with one oil for one chakra per week. So you can actually say, I'm going to do an essential oil analysis. I'm going to use and work, root chakra oils, and I'm going to smell them, pop them on my skin, like my wrists, pop them at the back. If it's a root chakra, it's good on the coccyx at the back. If it's a solar plexus, pop it on the solar plexus. If it's sacral, it's great to do it on the belly, yeah, the heart chakra as well. So I pop oil specifically on the chakras. And then I normally vibrate. Now the essential oils are great, but then you also can scan the aura analysis and vibrate that while you are meditating on your intention. And then if you want to actually amplify that, you can also use the chakra programs in the IMF programs to actually activate the energy within the cells, to actually move the energy through the body. So there's so many options that you can do. But I gave you this for a reason, because I wanted you to have something to explore that's just a bit different than just the essential oil analysis. Because there's so many things you can do with oils, yeah? People tell me, but it's not enough information in there. Well, it's really hard to fit a lot of it in there, yeah, because otherwise you'll be scrolling up. So you need to understand that the frequency in the essential oil module is amazing, even if you don't know everything, but you can explore and focus on different areas and actually create abundance or create relationships, whatever you want. You can choose different oils. And I'm going to give you extra resources if you actually want to dive deeper into things. Yeah. These are oils for abundance. I'm going to leave it here. We don't have the time to go in there. Yeah, but I'm going to give you the slide so you can actually work with this and you can pair it with aura analysis. Okay, essential oil module. So first of all, this is our beautiful module. You're going to find it in the Blue app. Yeah, oh, I should put that. I love the Christy. Christy did all the apps on the top. I really love that. I needed to give her like really good feedback because I really love the apps on the top. Okay, so it's a Blue app. I'm going to show you on the phone later on. But the Healy Advisor Analyst Essential Oil module was actually designed with facing daily challenges in mind. So essential oils were used in Egyptian times. They were normally used for healing and emotional support, but Egyptians also used essential oils for spiritual practices. So to really connect back to themselves. So oils were not just there for the physical healing because they knew that they needed a holistic approach. So this module actually contains a combination of the ancient wisdom of essential oils with the cutting edge technology, meaning frequencies and the databases and all the information that certain elements contain because we vibrate on frequencies. And it's a module of 101 different essential oils. I was thinking maybe if it would be 50, I would give you a whole workbook, but 101, no. I'm not doing 101 workbook because it would take me months to do it. So it helps us understand what essential oils how can they help us with our specific intention, as well as our current state of being. I want to really, really, really amplify this here. Intention is what you are needing to clarify. So there are options to actually just scan what do I have the greatest resonance with. But what I love about this, so there was a device before when I was in the essential oil business that had an option to scan for the oil. So what oils are actually good for you? And they will tell you the history from all the apps and the things like that and what is it good for. But what I love about Healy and what I've been experimenting and exploring with is I can create my own intention and I can focus my energy specifically where I want to. And I want to get the oils that actually support me with that focus, not just oils generally. I want that focus and I want to focus that energy and support that energy and create that outcome on the quantum field into the physical. And I can bring these two together by combining the physical elements with the intention of the quantum field and the patterns at the back. So intention, especially positive intention, is crucial. So make sure you put a lot of energy into that before you create and scan. Then practice experiencing that intention. No, I'm not talking about I see a blue car with white ribbons. No. Yeah? I need to feel. If I want that car, how do I feel when I sit in it? How do I feel when I hold the wheel? How do I feel when I'm driving it? Like literally putting yourself emotionally into that new reality, which is literally here right now. And then when you do that, practice that emotion within the body, then you scan. Because you need to have that really, really well defined and clarified because you're focusing that energy into that space. Then when you get the analysis, reflect on the results. Don't just scan through it. Oh, it's that oil, it's fine. Read through it, yeah? Because there's a beautiful affirmation space where I would like to actually give you a hack that I use to hack my brain and create more integration. So affirmations that resonate with you, and you can choose the top one, you can choose the one that actually really resonates with you, that comes up. You can create a new one for yourself, a combination of things, and integrate it. So how do you integrate it? Well, you need to rewire your brain, not just talk to yourself. Yeah, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself as an information. If you don't believe it, you're actually doing more harm than good. I don't know if you know that, but Because when you're sending, when you're saying the thoughts and the words that you love yourself, but you actually don't believe that you love yourself, you don't have the feeling and experience, what you're doing is you're saying one frequency, but you're overriding it with more intense frequency of not believing that you love yourself. So you're creating more of what you don't want instead of what you want. So make sure that you experience what you feel and what you're saying. And one of the hacks that I do love to rewire my brain is in the morning. It might take you longer to brush your teeth. I'm sorry, yeah, but it does work. Just letting you know. When you're brushing your teeth in the morning, give yourself, I don't know, 5-10 minutes extra in the morning before you actually get into the routine. But use your left hand to brush your teeth. So left hand activates the right side of the brain. So brushing your teeth with left hand, yeah, looking in the mirror, right in your eyes, directly into your eyes, and literally repeat the affirmation out loud to yourself, looking yourself in the mirror directly into your eyes 3 times while brushing your teeth. So you can do this like for 5 to 30 seconds before, like you're brushing your teeth for 5 to 30 seconds, and then you start talking, yeah, because you're activating the right side of the brain and you're literally starting to connect the neurons. So you're rewriting the brain, you're rewriting the old patterns. So don't just say things out loud. I really don't like that when people say, yeah, just say affirmations. No, remember, thought, emotion creates a belief. So when thought, emotion creates an attitude, and attitude creates a belief. So if you don't shift that, you're creating a frequency ripple effect that you don't want to actually have. So make sure that you actually do the work here before you do anything else. Yeah? Okay. So now that I have my spiel. Okay, so this is how it looks like with analysis that comes up. We will do analysis, so I'll show you how to do it. I'm just going to do it on myself. I've done like 10 of them today anyway because I was screenshotting stuff so we can put it in. So this is how it looks like when it goes through all the oils. It actually looks at the oils. It shows you which oils is actually scanning and looking at to actually connect with your body. And it comes up with present state, desired state, which is literally the oil, yeah, and the desired state description and the background information. So the background information is not huge, but it gives you the gist of what this oil is about, yeah. It doesn't have a lot of emotional properties, but I'll give you additional resources for you to actually explore the emotions and the emotional side of oils. So, for example, if a spearmint comes up, it says spearmint oil offers aromatic comfort and digestive harmonization. It's gentle and refreshing, ideal for uplifting the environment. So this to me would be that, so the top ones are the same as normal, yeah? Like 7 means that it's closer to 10, meaning that it's quite in conscious mind, meaning that this person has done a lot of work on this area already, but it needs a bit of shift, yeah? Some tweaking. And it is in the mental and spiritual perception, meaning the shift needs to happen in how somebody sees the environment or themselves in this situation, yeah? And it needs to shift the energy around that. And it is around safety and digestion. So this could be rest and digest, nervous system. It could be overload. It also can be like stress, yeah, because it's uplifting the environment. The desired state says, I stimulate mental clarity and focus. So obviously there's overload and stress if it's clarity and focus that's needed. Elevate my mood. So obviously there's stress because there's not a lot of joyful and positive mood. Increase energy. So obviously if it's stress, there's depletion of energy. Smooth nerves. Again, stress works on the nerves. And promote harmony, meaning bringing back the balance, yeah? And gives you so the background of this oil is what is it else that this oil is offering? So this oil is offering stimulating mental clarity and focus. So there's either, overwhelm and there's too much information coming through. There's not a lot of focus and clarity, meaning there's needs to be shift and movements in the head as well as in the body. Elevating moods, so positive moods, obviously there's like heaviness around here. And emotional well-being, which of course influences the emotional well-being if it's stress. Increasing energy levels for vitality and vigor. So anywhere stress is present, yeah, there will be a lower vitality and a lower stamina and vigor. Yeah. So when you're looking at that, you can actually bring things out of what's actually going on with this person's environment. Obviously, soothing the nerve, it's a nervous system. Cleansing spaces. So this could be physical, energetic, and emotional. And uplifting the spirit. So obviously there's a lot of burden, yeah, happening with this area. Promoting harmony, inner peace, and emotional regulation. These can all be information that if you have a client or if you look at yourself, you can ask yourself, yeah, am I feeling stressed? Is there a lot of overwhelm? Do I need more clarity? Do I feel like there's like heaviness present? All of those things you can look at, yeah, and you can ask yourself and reflect. You can journal, you can visualize, do things that work for you. Yeah, not for me, for you. And this is actually how we will come up. I will do a scan for you so you can actually see how it looks like. Okay, so let's do a scan. I'm just going to stop this so I can share this with you. Share. Here we go. So in the Blue app, on the bottom, you'll see essential oils. And if you're connected to Healy, mine is disconnected already. If you're connected to Healy, it will show as a plus sign so you can actually scan. It's only on the Blue app, there's no IMF programs. Yeah? No, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Here you go. Okay, so you go plus, and it will give you the gist of what essential oil module is. You can start the analysis. So here you put in the intention. So you can choose a pre-framed intention if you would like to. Yeah. Right at the bottom, the last one is, what do I have the greatest resonance now? So if this is something you just want to know which oil is right now for me to support me, you can just put this one in. But if you want to actually work on yourself, either on your health, or if you want to work on your confidence, or if you want to work on your business, or if you want to work on a relationship, you can create your own focus, your own intention. Make sure that it's clear, present state, like it already happened. Yeah. But for now, this right now purpose, I allow my inner light to shine. Let's just do this one. Yeah. So we'll choose this one, but you can create your own if you wish to. And make sure that if you are scanning with intention, that for at least a month, so as long as you are actually doing, sorry, I forgot to put this on to do not disturb. So as long as you are doing, so you're focusing on one area. For example, you want to focus on your health. Make sure that you use the same intention every single time you scan. So for example, if you scan with one intention on Monday and you're applying frequencies for a week and then you rescan on next Monday, use the same intention. So you can see the changes that are happening within the same scan. Yeah. So let's do analysis. So we start the analysis. This is mine now. So it's going to show you which oils it's actually checking in with your information field. It's going to go through all 101 oils. You also have an option in settings to choose either group 1 or group 2 or both groups. You just need to go into advanced settings. I'll show you later when it does the analysis. But it's really, really simple module. But what I love about it is it not only gives me what's currently most important for me, which essential oils are most important for me, it also gives me an opportunity to reflect on that and look at the patterns and look at how relevant it is for me. So looking at the percentage and seeing if I'm actually shifting. Yeah. So it's really important. Angelica, okay. So it's really important to actually observe the patterns. And what I love the most is that I can vibrate this back to myself, because Resonance app, so the Blue app, when it's going to vibrate back to my information field, it's going to check with me non-stop if I actually still need this frequency and how much do I need it. Because now I can apply the frequency, the information that goes deeper into my auric field, my information field, and sends the information on the physical level. And I can also combine all these oils, so the 5 oils that will come up. So we have angelica, basil, tea tree, spruce, fir. Okay, so all of these I literally have except the angelica. So all of these oils I would actually put in a roller, diluted with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil or almond oil or jojoba oil or whatever you want to, and I would use that roller around the areas on my body. So I would look at what areas are connected, either adrenal glands or is it throat or is it whatever, and I would roll it on those areas while I would be also vibrating daily this list. So this means that I'm combining the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of the physical oil, as well as the information patterns that are actually in Healy, sending it to my information field. So I'm covering the wider area of my energetics, if that makes sense. Hopefully I pronounced like I expressed that well. So it will be the same as the aura or anything else. It will tell you the relevance at the top. It will tell you the intensity. So the lower the intensity, the more in the subconscious field, the more you need to work on it, the more you need to shift the energy. Then of course it's L, M, C, or D, which are the mental, so the spiritual, and the mindset, and then the C is the emotional, and the D is the deeply suppressed in the body. So it could be on a physical level. So from right now, for me, this came up as a mental, emotional, so mental and spiritual perception. This one actually is grandparent. So this one is actually a pattern that needs to be shifted. It's 70%. Wow, interesting. Okay. And this one is karmic, so it's my doing of something, so I need to shift my perception. Oh, look, there's a lot of ancestral stuff. So, and there's a E12, which is literally your parents, yeah? So you need to look at and then reflect, is this my energy? Is this something that I'm actually perpetuating based on my parents, grandparents? Am I aware of this? Am I not aware of this? How can I shift this? And set an intention while vibrating this, yeah? I'm not going to vibrate this to me, but just letting you know this is how you can do it. Okay, so that is the scan, really simple. You can also export it. Oh, I forgot to show you this. I promised and then I didn't deliver. Here. So if you want to change the settings, you go into settings underneath and you go into advanced settings here. And then on the bottom, you have group 1, group 2. Yeah. So you can choose which oils you want. So which groups you want, if you want 1 or 2, if you want a specific ones, but I leave them on both groups. So it gives me best results for me. Yeah. So that's also an option. Okie dokie. Let me just see it so I can give you the protocol. What did I do? Here. Okay. So if you have any questions around that, I'll come back with the question later. But okay, essential oils of frequency. So which one? Well, I use both. So we get the best of both worlds. But the differences are application method. Yeah, so it's a physical or the frequency, which is in the microcurrent. We don't have the microcurrent, but it is resonance waves. Yeah, so that goes into the field. Also delivery mechanisms. So physical oils interact with body through chemical compounds. Yeah, so it's different. So the way I see it on a quantum field, oils are matter to matter. So you need time in order to see the effect. So it might be physically faster to actually see the physical effect, but if you apply frequencies, it's actually energy to energy. So you're collapsing time and you're actually doing the long-term lasting effect, going to the root cause. Yeah. Combining them together, you get the most beautiful gift ever. Accessibility, of course, oils, not all oils are available. Yeah, so some oils are really expensive, some oils are really hard to actually get, some oils are really hard to actually extract, like for example, Melissa. Melissa is really expensive because lemon balm doesn't produce a lot of essential oils, and you need like, I think it's like a ton of Melissa to actually create 5 ml of essential oil. So it's really important to understand why certain oils are so expensive, because some of them are really hard to actually extract. Where with frequency, you can vibrate it anywhere, to yourself, anytime, or anywhere in the world. Yeah. So, and also customization. So with Healy, you can combine different oils together in a list. It gives you that, and you can apply all different oils frequency wise together. With specific physical oils, sometimes you can't. And also duration. As I said, frequency can be lasting longer doing the root cause, where the oils that can be right now. And if you don't know, oils are actually absorbed in 20 seconds. So literally, I think it's 20 seconds they reach, yeah, 20 seconds absorption, 20 minutes they reach every cell in your body. And in 2 hours to 3 hours, depending on the size of the body, they are actually digested out of your body. So if you're using oils, really applying oils every 2 to 3 hours is important, because your body is actually utilizing the benefits of it. And sensory experience, of course, the oils have the aromatherapy, which is beautiful, which quantum frequency don't, but they have the patterns that are actually influencing our information field, which is quite different. They have different properties and different ways of application. Exploring a combination, this is my favorite. So I would encourage you to actually explore the combination of the physical oils together with the frequency application to see how you feel, and also how you enhance the qualities of those oils. Because you are now not only applying the physical properties, but you're also applying the energetic and frequency property of those oils in full potential. So for me, I find it much faster. So when I was testing it, I was combining the physical oils and actually the frequency. I find it much faster. Like I find the experience on my body much faster. And I had many experiences with essential oils that have been amazing, but combining it with frequency, and I had done this before, especially with digestive health, combining the essential oils for digestion with digestive frequencies like Digestol or gastrointestinal harmony, or bacterial harmony, all of those, combining it together. If somebody has, any digestive problems, I always had a much faster effect. But now that I've combined the physical and the frequency of the oil, I find it really beautiful, harmony in the body and the effects that I experience from those oils. I would love to hear your experience when you actually try it, because everybody has a personal experience. So it's different for each of us. Of course, personalization. As I said, Healy has a quantum sensor. It literally checks every single time what frequencies you need. With oils, it's not so personal, so you can apply it and then the body uses it the way it needs to. Yeah. Okay, protocol. So with frequency analysis, this is how I would do it. You please do what feels right for you. Yeah. If you analyze, as I said, on Monday, you analyze information field. Every week, for example, you analyze it on Monday, and you read the analysis of essential oil. So you reflect on it, you look at it, you read affirmations out loud, you choose what you want. And then when you apply, so when you vibrate, we choose the timing. So you have different options. So you can do, as Healy recommends, 8 times 37 seconds per day, yeah, or 4 times 1 minute and 20 seconds per day. If you're lazy like I am, so I don't have the time to always be on my Healy, I just do one time, either 6, 12, or 27 minutes. If you feel like you want to expand the effect, what you can try, and this is just be mindful, yeah, to observe your body, to actually be aware of how your body works, You can do the overnight database, and you can start with 27 minutes and then go further, but I wouldn't do this every night. So you can start with 27 minutes first night and then see how you feel. And then go back to daily 12 minutes per day. And then do maybe, 2 hours next Monday if you want to. So you can test your body. You can do it every night if you want to. That's your choice. But I would really encourage you to observe how your body is responding to frequencies, because when we sleep, we're out of the physical body and we absorb frequency much faster. Of course, the background information, oh, sorry, shouldn't be there. Copy pasted and didn't work that way. So you literally apply that, and then you have additional resources. So there's some books here. I forgot to put that other book. I'll pop it into the group that I use as well. So you have essential oils and emotions, essential emotions, and essential oils. So there's few books that you can actually look at, the different oils, the aspects of those oils, emotional aspects of those oils, and you also have combinations of oils to support you. There's also apps. So you can buy apps, they're like a few dollars. So EOE books, I think it's like $7 or $10. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't have any affiliation to this, just resources that I use. Modern Essential and Top Oils are free to download, but I think it's only like a week of trial and then you need to pay. But I don't think it's a big one. But it literally gives you everything. So the history of the oil, it gives you the application of how to use it, and it's on the go. So you can actually look it up. It also has some emotional aspects in it that you can look at. AI is always, not that it's 100% reliable, not at all, but it just gives you an option. Like I use it for protocols. So for example, if I take a report out, I can export it and pop it into AI and ask for a protocol for a week. So how can I apply it? How can I use it? How can I actually go deeper? So I can actually analyze the things that I'm getting, the information that I'm getting, so I can integrate it. So these are the things that you can utilize. There's another book that I have in the cupboard, but I'll pop that one into the Facebook group so you can actually use it, because it has both the protocols, the recipes, as well as the emotional aspect, which is actually really good. It is a physical book. I don't know if they have an online one. Probably they do. But yeah, that's about it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Today we have been long. It's a long one. Okay. So tell me if there's any questions. I'm just going to stop sharing. If you have a question, pop your hand up. If it's urgent or stuff, so I can actually pop you in. I have no idea what's the difference. I think it's just the group 1 has some specific oils and the group 2 has the other oils that have been added. I don't think they are grouped in like flowery oils or specific groups of oils. It's just 2 different groups that they've created, because I know that they created first one part of the essential oils when they started testing, and then they added another group, which was literally, I think it was the background information and things like that. So you can test it out to see what comes up. I actually didn't test it. That's a good question. In the example with lavender in the beginning, you said it interacts with each person's chemistry. How is Healy treat? Healy does not treat anything. So that's the first thing. Healy just applies frequency. So if you need calming, that's why I love Healy. So Healy doesn't do the same things as essential oils do. So essential oils, lavender naturally would be calming, but with your chemistry could be, activating you. But if you need calming, the lavender will not come up as a frequency in Healy, because your Healy will check especially is exactly for you what you need. So if that's not what you need, it's not going to come up. That's why I love it. So if I would do, I need something for sleep, I would go, directly I'll go to lavender. But now I can actually scan and I can see what I need on Healy, and the Healy vibrates that to me, and I don't have to worry about that, because my body knows exactly what I need, and Healy actually comes and gives me feedback for that. Hope that makes sense. Sticky oil. Oh, vetiver is sticky. Sticky stitches. Oh, you mean the liquid stitches? Is the helichrysum. Um, okay, very sticky oil because vetiver is really sticky. So if you ever have vetiver, it will take you like forever before it comes out. Okay, you're welcome. Group, you have it up the chat. If you scroll up at the beginning, you'll see the link. We have the programs in microcurrent because there is no essential oil programs as a microcurrent because they're only frequency. Yeah, so they would need to create different oils together in a program, which does not make sense because not like they would need to create like a sleeping program with oils and like it's a different way of doing programs and combining things than just a resonance. So it's a completely different process. Yeah, if that makes sense. That's why there's no IMF programs. Okay, perfect. Divine, here you go.
Hey Petra, am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, great. Lovely presentation as always. My quick question is, essential oil, do can we address relationships through essential oil?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. So what is it with relationships?
Can we address relationships with
Or
essential
address?
oil?
Yes, so
Yes.
there's essential oils. Well, if you create with Healy, if you create a intention of what you want to work on, yeah, so you can
Yeah.
scan then essential oil database for yourself, or you can scan
Okay.
essential oil database for, I don't know, a partnership. So as I said the other day in my previous training, you can create a group of 2 people,
Yes.
yeah, in
Yes.
Healy,
Yeah.
and then you can scan anything for that group of people. Yeah. So
All
if
right.
you want to focus on partnership, but be mindful that you need to have permission of the other person that they also want to work on that. Because if you don't have that, what you're doing is you're creating more resistance in the quantum field. So make sure that you have a conversation with that person if you want to actually work on that, to actually tell them clearly what you want to work on and how if they want to work on that as well. And then you can scan and pop, 2 people in a group in Healy and then scan essential oils and then look at what essential oils come up. And then if that's for a relationship or, people that live together, then I would use those oils in a diffuser. So you can actually diffuse them into the space so you can actually change the frequency and aroma in the space to create a different mood. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, and I have actually attended that training. It was personal growth, if I'm not wrong. So there you have, explained how to create a group and then how to put 2 pictures, one picture of 2 people together, and then
Yes,
we can analyze personal group, this thing. Yeah, I
correct.
still remember. So you just said that, we need the consent of the other person. But what if the person is like, really close, like daughter or maybe son or maybe mom or dad, wherein,
Well,
we do have really close.
Well,
Yeah.
that's even more the point. So the closest relationships are the most important ones. Well, all of them are important to have consent. So even with your daughter or your son, you can still either physically vocalize with them, yeah, or you can intentionally, connect with them through your heart and ask if they're okay of you using that with their energy. Because when we are doing things, we are always so we are now entangling with energies. We are playing with other people's energies. So we need to be mindful and respective of their space. So even if you are a parent, or if this is your partner, if this is your parent, yeah. So if you are a daughter and you're doing this with your mom, or if you're a daughter and you're doing this with your dad, you can still say, Dad, for example, I don't know, this is me characterizing, but Dad, I really love you and I really want to, try playing, to see what happens, what comes up for our relationship through Healy, would you be open to that? And if they say, yeah, sure, yeah, you have their permission. But if they
Sure.
say, no, 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 I don't want this nonsense, then you don't have their permission. So then you need to work on yourself. So you need
Okay.
to scan yourself, and you need to use intention for that relationship. So you can only change yourself. You can't change anybody else. And if you are entangling your energy with other people's energies, you're actually crossing boundaries. Yeah, I know
All right.
this is a really foreign concept for a lot of people to understand, but we need to understand that if we want our boundaries to be respected, we need to respect other people's boundaries, also the invisible ones that are energetic. Yeah, and no matter how much we want a change in someone, if they say no, we can't make them and we can't force them to change. So the only way to change is to actually change ourselves, because whatever happens, it's literally within us, because everything else around us is a mirror. So if you
Yeah.
change your perspective and your frequency, then something will eventually change in the environment and within them. Trust me, I have seen this happen with my own eyes through my relationship with my mother, which I never had a glimpse of hope we would have a normal relationship. So just letting you know that you can't change anyone else. You can need to change yourself if you want to.
Sure. Yep. Thank you.
Hope
Thank
this
you so
helps.
much.
You're
Yep. Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. Bye, Divine. Okay. Viva, my beautiful.
Hi, Petra. Thank you so
Hello.
much. There are a couple of scenarios here. One is when
Oh,
you mentioned the one you mentioned about creating that roller for the chakra blend.
yep,
Okay. So j just as an example, if there is one oil that I do not have, would you
mhm,
recommend to skip that one, or can we
yep.
use a substitute from a substitute list? Because there are some which could be substitutes, right?
You, you can, but remember, it's not a real substitute. It's a comparison. Yeah. So make sure,
Mhm.
because okay, this let's address a few things. So if you're working on a chakra, then just use one oil for a chakra. Yeah, and work on
Mhm.
one chakra at a time with one oil. Yeah. And then if
Mhm.
you want to have, like, if you scan a list of the essential oils within Healy and they come up with 5 essential oils and you have 3 out of 5, then
Mhm.
create a roller of those 3 oils. Yeah. And vibrate the list for every day of the week and use the roller every day of those oils.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. And
Yeah.
the other thing is, for example, I love geranium. I could be obsessed
You're
with
like
it,
Katie.
but
You're like Katie. Katie loves
but
geranium
it
too.
just doesn't show up on my scan. Whereas something may show up on my scan, and I don't like that smell at all.
It's normally why it
So
shows up.
so how do I correlate that? I mean, something that I
So,
love is
yeah,
not showing.
that's okay. So the way I did it, I had this I think it was laurel leaf for a while back. So laurel leaf is actually an essential oil to actually transform ancestral trauma. Yeah. And
Hmm.
I got the laurel leaf, my body was drawn to it like energetically. But when I opened up the bottle, I was like, oh, I can't do this. Like, I can't even smell it. I can't put it in a diffuser. It does not work with me, right? But the thing is, what we are repelled from is normally the things we do not accept within ourselves. So the way that I've done it is I've actually used an oil that was really joyful in something that was like a basic oil, like wild orange or lemon, something citrusy that was like uplifting. Yeah. And I used laurel leaf and I smelled laurel leaf, and then I smelled the citrus. Yeah, and I smelled the laurel leaf, and I smelled the
Okay.
citrus, and I smelled the laurel leaf, and I smelled the citrus. So, and after, I think it was after a month, it took me a month. Yeah, after a month, I was actually able to smell the laurel leaf itself without the citrus. After, I think it was a 2.5 months, I loved it. So
Okay.
you will see the
That's a good
changes in your body.
strategy.
This is how I approach it. I'm not saying that this is how it's going to work for you, but this is how I approached it and worked for me. Try different oils. If you love geranium, try that combination. Yeah. And see how you feel, because the smell of geranium will change when you smell the other oil. You will
Okay.
see the changes. You will smell the changes. It's going to feel really awkward at the beginning. But what you're doing is you are helping the body to shift and accept. Because what we tend to do with smell is memory, right? We don't want to face certain things that are in subconscious in a memory that we don't actually want to look at. We don't want to accept it. That's why our body is automatically rejecting it. Yeah. So, but it
Okay.
wants something that's pretty and beautiful and great and, only the positive stuff. But there is no shadow, there's no light without the shadow and vice versa. So it's all about, the way I see it, it's all about accepting it all together and finding a way to integrate it no matter what. I'm not saying force yourself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying find a way to play with it. Instead of going, no, I don't want this, but play with it and see what happens. Yeah,
Mhm. Okay. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Thank you, Viva. Okay. And Dr. C.
Uh, yes, yes. Hello. Good evening, Petra. This one
Good
very
evening.
nice one. That in our place, either in the home or this one, we use the diffuser. Which oil is better? In our home or in our clinic, we are using the diffuser.
Okay.
Which oil we can use for the diffuser?
Well, there's a lot of oils you can use. There's like a list of them.
Because that's a
Depending on what you want. Like,
uh,
do you want to cleanse the air? Do you want to, do you want to promote good communication? Do you want to promote a homey environment? Do you want to, what is it that is your intention? What is it that you would like to have in that space?
uh, Yeah, no, because in our clinic, that the people they are coming, they have to calm. Then they have to open up, that because all the people are coming with the stress and everything. They have to open up. They have to feel relaxed and calm.
Yeah, then lavender, for
Yeah,
example, or any
yeah,
citrus oils are beautiful.
uh,
I also love, for example, wild orange and peppermint. Those are really
uh,
beautiful combinations.
uh,
I love basil and peppermint, but that's me. That's for stress.
uh,
It's balancing the stress.
mm,
Otherwise, what else? Like I use a different brand of oils, like a specific brand of oils. They have a really beautiful blend. It's called Citrus Bloom. It's
uh,
a beautiful combination of flowers and citruses. It's I know I'm gonna say this. I know you're gonna laugh at me, but it smells
yeah, yeah,
like a
yeah.
newborn baby. I'm not kidding. It smells like a newborn baby. It's really beautiful. It's my favorite blend.
Uh,
And I use it in my diffuser all the time. It's really gentle, it's calming and uplifting at the same time. And it's really like really homey and nurturing. So
yeah,
it's really important to understand what environment and what do you want to create in your environment, right? But anything that's calming would be lavender. So use oils because you're going to diffuse them all the time that are quite,
yeah,
price
mm,
affordable. Yeah, you don't want to put helichrysum in the
yeah,
or Melissa. Melissa, it's like almost $400 Australian.
oh,
So
oh,
for a 5 mil, so you don't want that in your diffuser unless you really want something.
yeah,
So, like I do, like in my toilet, like in my bathrooms, I normally have wild orange on an automatic diffuser. In my living room, I normally do immune system oils or like breath oils, yeah, like peppermints and wild orange lemon. I like to diffuse green mandarin. Green mandarin is the only citrus that is not photosensitive and actually lowers the cortisol and helps with anxiety. So that's actually a good one. So there's so many options, yeah.
Yeah.
But a neutral one probably would be the flowers or citruses.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even that, I heard that even for a mosquito and insects repellent, there are specific oils are available.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
mosquito?
I actually make my own, I call it buzz off. It's a insect repellent. So I actually make my own spray, and I use citronella, lemon eucalyptus. They both in research have shown really, really, really good mosquito repellents.
Oh.
And then I do arbor vitae. So arbor vitae is an oil that is, so in nature it's a tree oil, yeah, a bark oil. And in nature, arbor vitae tree is the only tree that it's not eaten by insects.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So it decomposes really, really long because there's no insects would actually touch it. So I combine those together with some lemon and lavender, and I have a spray. And I'm just letting you know, in here in Australia and Queensland, mozzies, mosquitoes, and we have midges, which are like little flies that eat you alive. Yeah. I get eaten alive by mozzies. I'm not kidding. Like I could have like 50 of them on my skin and they will eat me. Yeah. So I actually been using this spray and nothing. They don't eat me alive. So I'm still alive. So these combinations are really good. So just make sure that if you're using it on kids, the dilution is different. Yeah. So make sure that it's not the same as for the adult. So if you're looking at the dilution in a like 10 ml roller, yeah, it's 10 drops per 10 ml roller for an adult. Yeah. And it's half of that for a child. And if it is like a newborn baby up to 5 to 6 years old, it's only about 1 to 2 drops per 10 ml. Yeah. So it's quite different. And have in mind that if they're hot oils, then you need to actually dilute even less. So you need to make a larger quantity for a baby and then dilute it even less. Yeah. So yeah, just make sure.
Then best different combinations. Which one because all the which one is the best combinations? Suppose if you combine more than 2 or 3 oil, which one is the best combination? Which one?
As I said, I like flowers and citruses. Plants and flower, like leaves and flowers are good. I like barks and flowers. Yeah. So for example, frankincense and wild orange is a beautiful combination. I like peppermint and wild orange. I like I do my baths, baths with Epsom salt and bicarb soda, and I put lavender, frankincense, and rosemary. Those are beautiful together for regeneration, stress, adrenal fatigue. And it's also your preference, right? Like my partner prefers woods and like energizing oils like peppermint, spearmint, where I go more to flowers like ylang ylang and bergamot, citruses, and like these are my favorite. Like I have a friend that adores vetiver, and which is literally like it smells like bark. Yeah. So and she just puts it everywhere on her body. So it depends on what your personal preferences is. But try different combinations. The way I do diffuser combinations is I actually take oils and I open all oils and then I smell one and I smell the other one. And then I find the combinations and I smell them together. And then I actually choose if I want to do more of one and more of or less of the other, I actually just adjust the position of the bottle and I smell in that position. So I can see how much of each I can put in. Yeah. So that's how I do my diffuser blends. But I also do my blends in a old essential oil bottles. So I mix different oils that I love, and then I use that in the diffuser. So I just prepare them. But with frequency now, that's just aroma. But with frequency now, I just vibrate for mental, emotional, and physical health. And then I just have normal diffuser blends in my apartment or my house that I've used for forever now. Yeah.
Because for the immediate effect, it is the best one. For suppose if you apply externally or just if you inhale, immediate effect we can see. That is a very, very, very best this one. Immediately we can feel the effect.
Yes, your olfactory senses will tell you right away if you need it, if you don't need it, what you need it, how much you need it. And your body is the best tool, right? People, I know you want to, like, this is something that I've been really trying to kind of shift with people that I work with as well in my clients is we tend to overanalyze things. And we don't rely on our body as much as we rely on the knowledge, and I need to know how much, and I need to know how far, and how much of this, and do I need to do this? It's too much in your head. The more you actually come back to the body, the more you're actually going to understand what your body needs, and you don't have to understand all the details of anything. Just putting it out there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else, Dr. C?
Thank you so much for your wonderful result.
You're welcome. Love your questions. Always. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Divine. Again, you are the last one, and then we go because it's been too long today.
Sir, sorry, one quick last question.
Okay.
You said that we can put essential oil in the bath, as in the bath water. I'm actually already putting some salt in my bath water and some crystals. So can I add some essential oil also, or it will be overloaded, or it will be
no. I use essential oil all the time in my bath. Just make sure that you are actually putting essential oils in a tablespoon of like a carrier oil of almond oil or jojoba oil, whatever carrier oil you have, or coconut. So you can dilute the essential oils, because if you go in naked and any of the essential oils come into really intimate parts, you don't want them there. Trust me. So you want to actually have it diluted so the body can absorb it. Yeah. So it's going to stay on the surface of the bath water. And when you actually go in, the oils will go on the skin. So you're actually going to have the oils on the skin, and they're going to absorb into the body. Yeah. So that's what the properties of the oil should do. Yeah. And then while you're in the bath water, just pop Healy next to it and vibrate. Because it's going to go into the water with the frequency. So that's actually a good thing as well.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Now it's enough. If there's any urgent questions, otherwise pop them into the Facebook group. The recording hopefully will be tomorrow, but be patient. Hopefully next week last. But next week we are in February. So Christy's going to do the next week training. Yes, that's about it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me for the new training, and we'll be seeing you in Feb. Enjoy your night. See ya. Bye-bye.